In the center of Seoul, next to the city hall, there's a hotel. And sequestered away behind it, you'll find a shrine, hidden from sight to all but hotel guests. Mostly forgotten. There's a lot more history to this place than there may seem, and it starts over 100 years in the past. The year is 1895, and the Queen has just been assassinated, in her own bedroom in the royal palace, by Japanese agents. They pour oil over her body and set it on fire, and bury the ashes without ceremony. King Gojong, in grief over his wife's death and fearing for his own safety, secretly escapes the royal palace to take refuge in the Russian embassy a short walk away. He would stay here for the next year, waiting for his chance to return. In 1897, after ruling the country all this time from hiding, the king re-emerges from his refuge and sets to work building this. This is Hwangudan. It's a shrine from which to hold Chanje, the right of heaven. It's a ceremony that kings and emperors from ancient Korea and China have held throughout history. The ceremony has its own styles and quirks depending on the era and place, but they all serve the same purpose: pay tribute to the heavens and legitimize your own heavenly rule. In other words, Korea would no longer be a tributary state to China. Here, the king holds the ceremony and declares himself the emperor of Taehanje국, the Korean Empire. This is the moment he's been preparing for all his life. He too now holds the mandate of heaven. His country would no longer lie at the whims of foreign powers who would carve up the land and terrorize his people. His dream of a powerful, independent Korea all starts here. But it wouldn't last. In just a few years, Gojong's dreams were shattered. He was forced to abdicate his throne by the Japanese, his power stripped away and forced into confinement in Gyeongwon Palace. His son, the new king, would later rename the palace to Toksugung, a prayer for health and longevity for his father. That, too, wouldn't last. The now former king, former emperor, would die less than 10 years later, still confined to his palace. The Korean people believe him to have been poisoned by the Japanese, but there's nothing they can do. Japan annexes Korea, and Hwangudan is destroyed. The beacon of Korean independence is razed to the ground, and a hotel is built in its place. The shrine in the back remains preserved, but forgotten. Visitors to the hotel know of it only as a decoration in the hotel's garden. It remains this way, out of sight and out of mind, until Japan is defeated by the United States during World War II, and loses its hold over Korea. The newly liberated country reclaims the shrine and officially names it a historic site protected by the government. The Japanese hotel is torn down and replaced by a new one, now called the Westin Joseon Hotel. The grass-covered garden is removed and replaced with packed earth, as it was originally. The road the king took in his escape to the Russian embassy was also found and restored. It's open to the public. Today, cultural restorationists call for Hwangudan to be restored to the way it originally was. How and where this will be done remains a subject of debate. King Gojong never realized his dreams in his lifetime, but his legacy still stands. Even the name of present-day Korea, Taehanmin국, was passed down from Taehanje국, the Korean Empire he founded all those years ago, right here. His dream did come true, in a sense. He just wasn't alive to see it happen.